Hi guys, it's Lara. Thanks for watching and welcome back to my channel. So I'm finally here with a chatty video, which is something I kept promising you for such a long time, but I always kind of ended up filming something completely different. So I usually filmed what I eat in a day videos and vlogs, recipes and stuff like that. Not that there is anything wrong with these videos because I love filming these and I will continue filming these, but chatty videos are such a great format. I love watching them on other channels. I love listening to other people's thoughts on different topics or listening to their life updates. And the great thing about chatty videos is that you don't have to necessarily watch them. You can just listen to the sound and do some other stuff while you're listening to them, which is something I do a lot. So usually when I'm creating stuff for my DIY channel, I'm listening to chatty videos from other people. So I feel like these have been missing on my channel. So here I am finally doing it. So it's going to be basically podcast type of thing. And these videos are going to be quite relaxed, usually rather longer because I'm going to keep the editing to a minimum and discuss stuff a little bit deeper. But then again, you don't have to watch them. You can do some other stuff while you would be listening to them if that's something that you're interested in. And today it's going to be kind of a short life update. I'm going to discuss a few things that are going on in my life. Nothing dramatic. It's just, yeah, again, very relaxed. And if that's something you're interested in, then please keep watching. So let's start talking about some of the things that have been going on recently. And I think it's the best if we start with my citizenship application because that's a process. So I think the last time I talked about my citizenship application was probably in April. I think it was a vlog where I had to go to the place where I'm applying for the citizenship. And then maybe even a little bit later because I got a list of things that they wanted from me. And so I collected all of these things, got the confirmations printed out, whatever I needed to. Then I scanned everything in and then I sent all the documents per email. I even got a confirmation from their server that the email has been received. And then I haven't heard anything in quite a long time. So I thought, okay, it's normal that they need a little bit longer from what I've heard from other people. So I didn't read really much into it until I got out of the blue at the end of July, which is way longer than what I would expected, a letter. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm finally gonna get some results. No, I didn't. It was the same list of the things they wanted from me. So I started wondering, okay, maybe the email got lost or what happened there. So I went there personally and I printed all the stuff that I already sent them per email. And I also printed out the confirmation that the email has been received. And there was this super friendly lady and she looked at the stuff, then she got my folder and she was just shaking her head. She said, I'm really sorry. I don't know why you even got the letter because we already received everything in April and everything has been already filed. So that was really interesting. But it wasn't such a waste of time going there because she gave me a few tips what I could bring in addition to the stuff that I already handed in, some further confirmations that would provide further proof that I've been continuously living in Austria. And I got some of the stuff already and I'm only waiting for one additional form, which is something Jack has to get for me. And she said that usually the way it goes is once I hand the last document in, they will start basically officially working on it. And normally within a certain period of time, I should get a letter that would confirm that I'm going to get the citizenship. And then I would go to the embassy of the country from which I have my passport. And then I would have to basically give my current citizenship back and then I would get the Austrian passport. So let's hope that this is going to happen this year. But it was kind of, one of the things, like, you just hope that things are going to go faster and then they don't. But on the other hand, it's going to be okay. So the next thing is that I have a new laptop and a new editing program. I have been working for years with a MacBook Pro and with iMovie. I think it's a great laptop, and it's really a great editing program, even though it's a very basic editing program, but I always loved iMovie. And the laptop started after a while having some minor problems because that thing has been running since 2012 on daily basis, pretty much the entire day, and sometimes even overnight when I have been uploading videos or stuff like that. And it served me so well. But the laptop cost back then, I think, like 2,600 or 2,800 euros. And I'm just not willing to spend that much money on my equipment ever again, because I don't think it's the only laptop that I can use for editing. So I needed a new laptop for the office anyway. So we got a laptop that has a great graphic card, and I got another editing program. So my laptop is now a laptop with Windows on it, and I love it. I mean, I did not feel like it's been a switch because I have always had at the office a Windows laptop. And so I have been switching between Windows and Mac constantly on daily basis. So that was not an adjustment at all. The only thing that has been an adjustment for me is the little trackpad, because on Mac you don't have a right mouse. But you do have a right and left mouse on Windows, and I've been so spoiled from Mac that you can click basically anywhere, and I kind of ended up during the first week or two clicking way too far to the right, and things have been happening that I did not expect. It's been actually pretty funny sometimes. And the editing program is way more advanced. It's a professional editing program. It was not expensive at all, in my opinion. But that's been an adjustment for me because I've been so used to iMovie that I could basically work with it in my sleep because I've been using it for such a long time. And now this program can do actually way more than iMovie can, but it's different and things are sometimes called a little bit differently. Fortunately, the company that produces this program has so many tutorials, so I can look up all the stuff that I needed, and I'm slowly learning. And I was actually able to edit vlogs pretty quickly within a few days. It's been like 3 or 4 days and I was already at it, but like stuff, I'm still figuring out how to edit ideally the sound because my camera doesn't have a microphone jack and the sound is just crappy if I don't use microphone, because right now I'm having a microphone here which is connected to my laptop, but when I'm vlogging or when I'm outside, I just have to go with what I have. And with iMovie, it's been really easy to kind of edit the sound a little bit so that it wouldn't sound so crappy. And with this program, I'm kind of not really happy with the result I get when I'm vlogging, so I'm still working on it. So if you noticed any difference, just bear with me. I'll get that eventually. It just takes a little bit time. But I'm really glad that I made this switch because I feel like whenever you're watching someone, usually people are working with Mac products, like with Apple products, but I think there are so many more products that are actually really great, and I'm really happy that I can be one of the people that did the step and said, hey, I don't want to be depending on Apple products. So last year I went away from iPhone. I have another smartphone that I'm super happy with, and now I have another laptop that costs I would say like less than the half of the laptop that I had before. I think almost, I wouldn't say a third, but it's definitely way less expensive. And overall, I'm just super happy. And for the thumbnails, I basically just bought the Photoshop elements that I have been using on my Mac before. So that was basically no switch at all. So that's a little update on my work here. And another thing that made me super happy is that this little channel just got monetized, which is a huge step because nowadays it's not as easy on YouTube. There are way more people than that have used to be on YouTube, and the bar is pretty high. And The requirements for the monetization are not really easy because you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, which was not such a problem, but they are counting the watch time, which means how many minutes have been people watching your videos, and you have to reach 4,000 hours, and that's a lot. That's 240,000 minutes. So that took a while, but I'm really happy that it happened. So for you, the only thing that changes is that now there's gonna be sometimes advertisement on some of my videos. There are a few videos that are not really gonna be monetized much, which is the videos about my breast explant surgery, which I kind of expected, but that's all right. I mean, listen, I've been doing this channel for 2 years without earning a single buck, so a few videos not being fully monetized is not gonna spoil my day. So yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, and then a next thing is that I finally got myself a microphone holder. So it's kind of an arm that I have mounted on my table, and the microphone is here really close to me. The thing is, before that I had to pull out the drawers that I have below my table and put the microphone on it, and I didn't have a filter, I didn't have this mushroom spongy thingy for my microphone, and I kind of didn't want to invest anything because equipment can be pretty expensive. I fortunately got channels, like more than one channel, and the other channels are monetized, so I did earn a couple of bucks everywhere, so I could buy myself, for example, the ring light and the soft boxes and this camera that I'm recording on. But since I've been focusing mostly on this channel because that's a channel where I'm super happy with the content and I feel like this is really something I want to do, and the channel didn't earn anything, it kind of felt wrong investing more before I earn at least a couple of bucks. It's probably super boring to hear, but that's just one of the things that I considered, and now that it has been monetized, I felt like, okay, now it's the time to buy some new equipment again. So I bought this microphone arm and a pop filter and the little sponge on the microphone. So yeah, I hope that that's gonna improve the sound a little bit. So this is update on my YouTube channel and the equipment and anything that, you know, comes with it. All right, so in case I haven't bored you to death yet, congratulations that you made it so far, and let's talk about more boring stuff. So I already started making my first Halloween costume, and I'm just so excited about this one. It's gonna be so much fun. Now, a little backstory. Halloween and Christmas are the best seasons for my DIY channel. First of all, I love these two holidays. These are my favorite holidays. I basically live for these two holidays, and I love creating costumes and decor and stuff like that for Halloween and Christmas. And second, it's also the best season for my channel because I get the most views. And last year I haven't been able to make any Halloween costumes because I was sick and time basically ran out, so I only filmed a video with some last minute Halloween costume ideas, but I didn't feel like it was good enough for what I would have in mind. I just wasn't really happy with it, and I was really upset that I wasn't able to do any of the stuff that I actually planned, and this year I'm finally doing it. And I started with the first costume, so the sewing part is already done, and it was so much fun creating that. And there's one more thing I have to create, and I had to order some stuff for that, and that hasn't arrived yet, but it's supposed to arrive this week, which is good because I have to edit this video and finish it before the end of the month. I have also a lot to do at work, and that just kind of stresses me out right now because I'm going to Croatia with my dad again. And normally the first week of the month is for me the busiest time at the office because there are some reports I have to write, and I have to prepare the accounting and send it in to our accountants. And now I have to finish till the end of the month. And then I'll be gone. I will have my laptop with me, so obviously I can do some work while I'll be in Croatia. I can at least answer some emails and do some minor stuff at least in the morning and enjoy the afternoons. But the thing is, the work that I do at our office, I'm the only one who does that work in our company. And when I'm gone, work just basically keeps waiting for me when I come back. And what I don't like is going on vacation and then coming back and being super stressed again. So I rather do all the stuff as much as I can before I leave, and then I rather do some minor things while I am on vacation, and when I come back it doesn't kind of pile up. What else? I have been riding my bike like a mad woman recently. So basically, whenever I have to go somewhere and it's not necessarily a walking distance, whenever I can, I'm taking my bike. And I can tell that my legs got so much stronger this year, and it's just such a great, empowering feeling. And I really like the fact that you are so independent, because when I'm using public transportation, then I'm depending on their schedule. But when I go somewhere with my bike, I just go there whenever I want to, and I go back whenever I want to. And the only thing you have to keep in mind is that you will need some place where you would tie your bike to. But that's not such a big problem in Vienna, because there are so many bike stands, and I enjoy it so much. And Hercules loves it too, because we're going regularly to the woods, and he just loves riding in his little basket, and that always makes me so happy. So whenever I'm going with Hecky Bear somewhere and I see his little grin and when he has the wind in his fur, it just makes me so happy to see that he's enjoying himself. It just totally melts my heart. And last but not least, a little beauty update. So when I filmed my permanent makeup review, after I've had my permanent makeup now over 2 years, I talked about at some point getting the bottom lash line done as well, and I've already done it. So I'm gonna zoom in so that you can see the result. So I already had the upper lash line tattooed, and now it's also the bottom lash line. So it looks like I'm wearing a really thin eyeliner on the bottom lash line. It's very subtle, but it frames the eyes nicely, and I absolutely love the way it looks. So by the way, I'm not wearing any mascara. I just dyed my hair, I just dyed my lashes black again a few days ago, and I'm wearing blush. So that's basically the only makeup I'm wearing. And it just makes me feel so comfortable, because sometimes I feel a little washed out. It depends on my mood, you know. There are days when I feel super comfortable in my own skin, and then there are days where I just like anyone else feel shitty. And having this lash line also tattooed makes me feel more put together every day when I get up, and that's just a wonderful thing. So for me, it's definitely positive. And now shortly about my hair. So this is all my natural color now. My hair has been growing like crazy recently, and the bottom is almost normal again. There is still a little bit of the purple. It's been a process, so I think I'm gonna film the review of the hair dye before I leave, if I will get the chance, because it's been a really fun experience, but it took so long to wash it out. But I'm really happy that it's gone now almost. And I hope that when I'm going to be in Croatia, that the sun and the seawater are going to help a bit, so that when I'll return, I will have only a natural hair color. Because as much as I love the purple, I got really tired of it after a while. And I have to say, I feel the most comfortable when I have any kind of natural hair color. It doesn't necessarily matter if it's blonde or brown, but I feel like it's so much easier to dress, because you don't have to consider the tone of your hair. And when I was having the purple hair, the light purple and then the dark purple, some colors just looked a little weird with that. And right now I'm enjoying the fact that I can wear anything from my wardrobe and I don't feel like a clown. I mean, I don't think I would look like a clown in these things, but I just did not personally feel comfortable mixing certain colors with colorful hair. And I know that some people can totally pull it off and be confident. I'm apparently not one of them. And I just love having a natural hair color. And I'm really, really happy that I started growing my natural hair color out, even though there is some gray, and I wish that there would be less of the gray. It's still worth it, because the quality of my hair increased incredibly much, and my life is just so much easier. But I will film a separate video about that. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. And now, once I will be finished, I have to figure out how to swap the sound, because now I'm recording, the camera has the sound, and I also am recording separately the sound with the microphone, because the camera doesn't have a microphone jack, and I haven't done that yet in the new editing program, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna figure it out. And should it suck, then please keep in mind I'm just learning it. And that is it. I will try to keep in touch while I'll be gone, at least on Instagram, and hopefully until the month will be over and until I will leave for vacation, I will be able to pre-film some videos. And of course, I'm gonna film a few impressions from my vacation. So again, congratulations if you made it so far, because this video is probably super long, but I really love chatting with you guys and connecting with you this way, because again, it's like friends sitting in a living room and chatting together, where you do not really have a chance to edit, and you can just talk about stuff, sometimes even about boring stuff. And I think that all of you are intelligent human beings, and if there's something that's just not your cup of tea, you will probably just not watch it. So I don't think I should worry too much about that. So that is it for today. I hope that you guys are doing well. If you want to, you can write something about you, a little life update about you in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys soon. So thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and see you soon. Bye.